So this is the XAUUSD analysis for Monday the 18th of June. Now let's just have a look at prices. Let's have a look what happened to prices and where prices may likely go. So previously we had prices in counter resistance in around 1307.18, from which we did see a breakdown beyond 1305. We saw the acceleration of momentum breaking 1296, breaking at 1288 and the 1284. Also we did see the prices head beyond where I thought the lower end of the trading range would be, in around that 1279.42, in around that 1280 level. Instead, we did come all the way down towards that 1276.02, from which we did see a brief bullish bounce, retested 1280, had another bullish bounce, and we do seem poised for another test of that 1280, that 1279.42. So if we can hold support there, we're looking for a test of 1284, successful break, from which we're then looking for a move up towards that 1288 or possibly at 1290, where we could encounter some resistance in around that 1288 or that 1290. If, however, we do fail to hold support at the 1280, we're looking for a retest of the previous lows in around 1276, successful break, from which we're looking for a move down towards that 1270. And if we do see an acceleration of momentum, key significant level of 1263.15 may just come into focus here. I wouldn't anticipate prices moving beyond the 1263 here today on the Monday the 18th of June. I wouldn't anticipate prices moving beyond the 1263. We've already saw a pretty strong move here to the downside, so possibly that 1270 may just be the far end of the range. But if the acceleration in momentum, it is possible, but I do think it's unlikely to have such two very strong moves here to the downside. But below the 1263 in the coming weeks, we could possibly, or days or weeks, we could see a move down towards that 1251.43 here on the XAUUSD. Now, what we'll do is have a look at the higher time frames. So we have a look here at the monthly chart. We'll just remove the drawings for now. So here on this monthly chart, we can see here we formed our lows. I just want to put these drawings back on. Just bear with me a sec. Just going to put the drawings back on. There we are. So we did form our lows here. We've had a move to the upside, formed higher lows, and again we did have this grinding price action, brief pullback for having this move to the upside. But we've seen a bit of a turnaround here. We've encountered resistance in around that 1360s. And what we have seen is we've posted a pin bar, we've posted bearish month. We do appear to be closing bearish here in June. So there has been an acceleration momentum here to the downside. So we'll see if we do have prices head down towards this most recent significant low of, let's just see where that is. Wow, that's all the way down at 1236. So it's quite some way to go from a monthly chart perspective. But 1236, our most recent low here, if we do see this continuation to the downside, there still remains a possibility of forming higher lows relative to that low in around 1236 and see a continuation of this move here, this bit of recovery that we've had in the XAUUSD to the upside. So there still remains a possibility of posting a higher low, but for now we do appear to have had some weakness coming to the market, and we do see that follow through on the XAUUSD. What we'll do now is have a look at the weekly chart, and here on this weekly chart we can see here that we've encountered the 400 period moving average on a couple of occasions. We've saw sell side momentum coming to the market. We've come pretty close towards the test of that 400 period average, and we have seen that sell side momentum come back into the market likewise. So we did have a bit of a consolidation here. We didn't see the breakout of that 400 period moving average. Instead, we did see a breakdown from this consolidation on the weekly chart of the XAUUSD. We've posted a very strong week last week. So there might be a small retracement before a continuation here to the downside. Now on this weekly time frame, we can see the most significant low. Last pullback was down at 1236 that we did mention from the monthly chart. So there remains a possibility of seeing prices from a weekly time frame perspective head down towards that 1236 if we do see this continuation here to the downside. So we'll see if we do see that momentum follow through to the downside towards that 1236. Now on previous weeks we did have a bit of a trend line, a rough drawn trend line here on the XAUUSD. We do appear to be breaking that trend at the moment, this trend to the upside. We do appear to be breaking the trend. So again, we'll see how we react around 12.36, where we do find that bullish buy side momentum take us back up towards that 1300 level on the XAUUSD. And we'll have a brief look here at the daily chart before we wrap it all up. And here on this daily chart, we can see after breaking out this consolidation above the 1305 and at 13 in towards the 1350s, we've had a breakdown, retest of that 1305 as well as 1307.18, where we do have the added confluence of the 200 period moving average here on the daily chart. We've had a rejection, had another rejection, brief consolidation, went up for another test of that 1307.18. Do appear to have had quite a lot of bulls in around this area, in around that 1305, 1307, as we can see by this seller side momentum that has encountered the market in around those levels. Now, we did see a test more recently reporting this very sharp sell-off, so seems like the bulls have abandoned their position and the bearish momentum impetus has followed through here. We did mention these previous lows in around at 1284, so we have broken below those lows. We have this bearish engulfing candle coming all the way down towards this 12 retracement. This market does appear weak at the moment. We do have a series of lower highs. We have a bearish engulfing candle. Still remains a possibility of seeing prices head down towards this 1236 area, where we had before we had this very strong move here towards the upside. So again, we'll look to see if we do form a double bottom in around 1236. But for now, we do seem poised for further sell side momentum. Now, we did mention before I go, I did mention the 1270. Now, in around 1270, we do have the 400 period moving average, so it may prove a significant level. But for now, due to the acceleration momentum there, we might break that 1270. We'll see how we react in around that 1270 area with the 400 period moving average on the daily chart. But with that said, that pretty much wraps up the XAUUSD analysis. Thanks for watching.